I'm going to be reading you a story called Rumbles and Tumbles Go to the Country. Rumbles kept saying real live rabbits were pink just like him, but Tumbles kept saying they were blue. So one day the two toy rabbits left the town where they lived and went out into the country. They wanted to find out which one of them was right. Neither Rumbles the pink rabbit nor Tumbles the blue one had ever been out into the country before. When they got there, they were surprised by what they saw. They saw a green land that went on and on forever. There were no pavements or people, no buses or buildings, no streets or trains or trash cans. Leaping lettuce leaves, says Tumbles. Look at that old tree. Older than great Granny Rumbles, said Rumples. It was an oak tree, the oldest tree in the land. And look at that one, Rumbles called out, pointing out to a poplar as tall and thin as Mrs. Stickpin. Good night, sleep tight, Tumbles whispered, curling up in the dark at the edge of the pine forest. Wake up, it's morning, Rumbles shouted, jumping out into the sunshine. Trees, trees, Rumples and Tumbles shouted together. They were so overexcited they totally forgot they had come to the country to find out about real live rabbits. Rumples and Tumbles marched like soldiers down a long, winding lane. Carrots and custard, Tumbles explained. Take a look at all these flowers. Take a sniff, too, Rumples added. They took a long, hard look and a long, hard sniff. For a moment, they forgot they had come to the country to find out about real live rabbits. Halfway along the lane, a cow suddenly pushed its head through the hole in the hedge. Are real live rabbits pink or blue? Tumbles asked. The cow said, moo. Rumples and Tumbles thought this was so funny, they fell over backwards and couldn't stop laughing. Through a rickety gate at the end of the lane, Rumples and Tumbles saw a field full of sheep and birds. Excuse me, Rumples shouted out. Are there real live rabbits? Are they pink or blue? Tumbles said, moo, remembering the cow. Bah, said the sheep. Tweet, tweet, said the lapwings. Coo, coo, said the pigeons. Caw, said the crows. The gulls never answered at all. Moo, Tumbles said again, squinting happily. On the other side of the field, Rumples and Tumbles came to a bridge over a stream. They stood on the bridge watching birds and listening to the stream singing. Fingles, tingles, twinkles pink, splishy, splashy, sploosh, sang the string. Rumples and Tumbles tried to sing the song, but they kept getting words all muddled up. So they just watched the birds in silence. There was one bird called a dipper, but they didn't know that. It kept jumping in and out of the water, and it was looking for food, but they didn't know that either. They just thought how funny it was for a little bird to keep jumping in and out of a singing stream. There was another bird, like someone on stilts. It had eyes half closed and never moved once while they were watching it. It was a heron, waiting to catch a fish. If only rabbits could fly, Rumples said to Tumbles as they watched the sky full of birds. They were thinking so hard about birds and flying, they almost forgot they had come to the country to find out about real live rabbits. Where do real live rabbits live? Rumples asked at last. In holes, of course, Tumbles said. So they looked in a hole under the roots of a tree. There was a great fat toad hiding there. It was neither pink nor blue. If that's a real live rabbit, Tumbles said, then I'm the Queen of England. From now on, Tumbles said that same thing every time they met an animal which was neither pink nor blue. If that's a real live rabbit, he kept saying, then I'm the Queen of England. He said it when they met the hedgehog. He said it when they met a mole. He said it when they met a squirrel. He said it when they met a fox. He said it when they met a shrew. He said it when they met a badger. The most curious thing of all is that Tumbles even said it when he and Rumples came around a corner and suddenly found themselves face to face with a large, whiskery, soft-nosed, long-eared, dewy-eyed, tufty-tailed, real live rabbit. It was not pink, it was not blue, it was brown. If that's a real live rabbit, Tumbles said, then I'm the Queen of England. The real live rabbit was so startled by Rumples and Tumbles, it just ran away without ever saying a word. And soon it was time for Rumples and Tumbles to go back home again, arguing and arguing. They were probably still arguing even now, but about real live rabbits and whether they are really pink or blue. You think they solved the mystery?